Good evening, everybody, and welcome to a reaction video with Rosalind Perkins. How's everyone doing? I hope everyone's doing good. We got a great reaction video today. Hold on one second. Let me get this started. It's Jeanne Mai versus Jeezy, or AKA Jay Jenkins, the legendary Jeezy. So I have to do a little emphasis on it because it's Jeezy, of course. But before we start, I want you to like, subscribe, and also send in a donation for all the upcoming projects that we are doing. I myself is about to share. Let me do that right now. I will share it to one friend, tell another friend to share it to another. Everyone, give me a second. All right. Oh, that's too far. Right there.
Truck.
Yeah, she got a truck. She was going to see if Skill was going to let her all pop it first. She's on my standby.
Oh, okay. Usually lunchtime on a Monday is a weird time, but yeah. I mean, I guess it's never a good time. I have a barometric pressure headache. I was driving around, I was like, it feels like something's crushing my skull.
Hey, how you doing?
How's it going?
It's going. Can I help you?
Did you call for assistance, or?
I did not. There has been who called for assistance.
Something about getting some items from the house?
Yes. Yeah, hold on. Here it is. Can you
Code
go
thing,
ahead,
please.
KJ? Say it again.
Hello, officer. How are you doing today?
Hey, good. How are you, ma'am?
I'm doing pretty good. My name is KJ. I'm with the law office of Tanya Mitchell Graham.
Okay.
So today, Ms. Mai is supposed to be retrieving her personal property from Mr. Jenkins' garage.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, there's an issue with the order because it directs or states that she's able to come inside of the home, and he is not allowing her inside of the home, only giving her access to the garage.
KJ, Jeannie is standing here as well.
So, I guess what's going on right now is I guess she's trying to retrieve her stuff, but I will be wary too with this girl walking around my mansion. Trying to get some shit that's not hers. What happens? She takes some shit that's not hers and it's mine. So I'd rather feel comfortable if I'm there and I can watch her with the police there, because you don't know how she's going to be. This girl can just bug out and you know how certain women are. They'll just bug out for no reason, and that'll be the end of your fucking career. So I think Jeezy kind of, what he's doing right now is like, okay, I'm not there, but I already got her stuff ready, so there shouldn't be no fucking problem. All she has to do is pick it up.
Oh.
Jeannie
is here, standing here at the gate as well.
Okay. So I'm just more so explaining it to the officer why assistance probably was called and needed.
Can you repeat what you were saying, just so I'm aware? Because I think I should be a part of the conversation, please.
Yes, ma'am, absolutely. So Mr. Jenkins has given the authority for all of your personal items to be removed from the garage. He has given directives that no one is to enter his home. And so I believe that's why the officer probably was called for assistance to do the incident report.
Correct.
Yeah, so.
So what Jeezy did, he said, so you don't have to go in my house or nothing? I already packed all your shit. Everything that's on that list is there. All you got to do is pick up the shit. So I don't even know why the cops is being called. All she has to do is put the shit in your trial and get the fuck out of there. You know, but let's see what's going on.
The personal property is in the garage, which everyone would have access to, but Mr. Jenkins is not giving anyone authority to go inside of his home.
Right. So I just want to make sure that a report is filed. I'll just give you here. This is the actual
Okay.
filing.
What do you want a
And so
report on, per
that
se?
he's not complying with the court orders to allow me to walk through the house, as Judge Williams has already permitted. So I just need to make sure that there's a court order filed about this, according to my lawyers.
Okay. And do you have a list of property that you're going to pick up today?
I have what has been boxed up, and I'm not being permitted into the house to access the further things that are inside the house. that belong to me.
There's nothing. It's all in the garage.
Do you know my personal items that I moved through?
It's mine. I sent over.
I'm just asking you so you make sure you come from a factual place when you're talking on the record.
It's like personal things as far as like your clothing and things like that.
No,
are
my
all in the
personal
garage.
items like my
I'm going
furniture.
to step over here a couple feet so I can read this.
Not that furniture, but the furniture.
So if I was his assistant, I would be like, okay, what personal items? Where's this list? So there has to be a list. When you're dealing with divorce and shit and the lady's saying, oh, yo, I'm coming to get my stuff. When you go through a divorce, they give you a list of things that is yours. If they say half is yours, they'll tell you what half is yours. So what the assistant actually did wrong at this part right here is she wasn't aware of the list. But if she should be like, okay, yo, show me the list. Because she don't need to go in the fucking house. All she needs to do is just get her shit and get the fuck out of there. He's telling you that he don't want you in that house for a reason. You know, and I feel like Jeezy should have made the courts clear about, okay, all her stuff is going to be in the garage. I'm taking all that shit out the house. Everything that you got on the list is not going to, you can keep it. That Range Rover, Jeezy could have bought a new one. Yo, here, I'm buying you a new Range Rover. I don't want you in my house. I don't want none of that shit. I bought you a new Range Rover. Here, keep it. I just don't want nothing to deal with you. And you could tell that, like, yo, she's bitter about that shit. Whatever her and Jeezy what happened with her and Jeezy, that's the reason why. And, like, I know it's a cultural, and remember, we talked about this twice or 2 or 3 times, and I say it was a cultural difference. She's from, her family's from Vietnam, and Jeezy's from the South. Niggas don't, let me tell you what, with Asian culture, when they say they have a little party, my nigga, it's a big ass party with like probably 40 to 50 people. And that's what happened with Jeezy. He's like, yo, I can't get used to this shit. You saying this something little. Why you getting food planners and shit? Why is all this food? Then you move your brother and your mother into the house? That's an issue. That's a cultural issue right there. You know, Jeezy don't like niggas in this house. This is when I remember when I used to tell you, like, yo, the reason why, like, Africans think they're succeeding more than black people because they got, like, 50 niggas living in a house. This is the cultural difference. Black people don't like a whole bunch of niggas in the house. They don't. Maybe 1 or 2 niggas. But that's only for 3 months. That's the max. You don't need to be in my house for 6 to 8 months. The fuck you doing out here? You know?
Furniture I moved here 3 years ago before you even came into the picture. Yes?
It's mine.
Yeah.
I sent over a Dropbox link.
Yep, I went through every one of them. My items are still not in there.
Okay, so if there's anything that's of dispute, we'll just have to handle that
Yeah.
at a later time.
Yeah, that's okay.
Get everything.
Yep.
benchmarked and prepackaged out of the box.
Yeah, so I'm here to do that, but my security's not being let in. So we haven't been able to move forward. So we've wasted another hour of all of these people's time since I've been here at 9 o'clock, which you guys knew since Friday. So now we're at almost 1 o'clock. My security's not here. I'm not able to walk through the boxes. So I just want you to know that this is all still being held up by you guys.
It's Your attorney did not send us an email on 2/7/55 last time.
No, she told you on Friday. We can call her if you want to, but we should not have any conversation about this with.
Like, see, she's being very problematic when it comes to situations like this. You know, if anything, I think the attorneys should have been there. You know, if you're paying the attorney, you should have had the attorneys there. Like, yo, okay, you know what? I want you here with me, so when I do get this stuff, no bullshit happens. You know, and I think Jeezy's paying for her fucking attorneys, and this is the crazy part about it. You know? So it's just, like I said, this shit should have never happened.
Without proper counsel, so you should actually include her on the call right now.
Actually, I'm speaking directly with Jenna. You came in and started interjecting yourself into the conversation.
No, you're talking to the authorities that I called. You're talking to the authorities that I called, so I should be a part of the conversation since
So
I
she
called
called
the
the
authorities
police.
you're talking to.
I'm more so giving them the layout. Jenna
Been an ongoing thing. Been an ongoing thing.
Yeah, so let's start one by one. So let's open the gate so the security can come in, so that I can go and handle the boxes, because that's most important, right? Then we'll let these officers file the report as they came to do, and then we'll be done.
Yeah, she's being very problematic, and that's what's one thing about bitter people that, like, yo, they're gonna make everything difficult. And this is, I know this is for Jeezy. It's very fucking miserable.
I'm gonna here.
It's very
Yes, I
fucking
got
miserable. That's why he got out the marriage in 2 years. Like, that shit wasn't gonna last.
Yeah,
'Cause
he's
let me
still
tell you
looking over the
something.
court order.
Certain cultures, they think it's joke, but towards certain people, it's very fucking disrespectful. The way how she was probably talking to him, calling, nigga, look who she called her ex-husband, a male bitch. Like, yo, honestly, yo, I be ready to punch people in the face when they say shit like that. All jokes aside. And, like, she's from the Bay Area, and she knows, like, yo, when you say shit like that to people in California, niggas is ready to fight. You better put your hands up. Or niggas is going to get their aunties and their cousins. But the thing about it, it's a cultural thing. It's culturally, where her culture is easy. Like, yo, you could disrespect people and niggas will take it as a joke. You could call niggas fat. Like, oh yeah, you're fat, you're ugly. They do that in their culture. So that's why I knew this. I already warned y'all. I already told y'all this marriage was not gonna last. It's gonna be very problematic. It was already doomed from the start. Just knowing how this dude is, he's a country dude. Because most niggas would have shot Jeanne Mai. And I'm going to be personally honest with her. Most niggas would have shot you, Jeannie. So maybe you need to stick to white men. I'm going to be personally honest. I know your family's from Vietnam, but maybe you need to stick to white men saying shit that you say to people, because niggas will dumb out and kill you and that kid. All jokes aside, niggas will actually really dumb out and kill you and that kid. Because the way how you talk to us people. Some people don't naturally, niggas don't play like that. Black people don't play like that.
Go for it.
Yeah, he's gonna talk to you in a second.
And sorry, Jenna, I just want to say, like, you know the situation as of whatever what was told to you. I know it since when I moved in. So.
So, sounds like pretty much she's not trying to, like, dispute it right now. She just want to document that she's not being allowed to go in.
Yeah, I'm
and
just
do
trying
what
to
she
make
need to
sure
do.
that this says that, hey, either she can come get her property or she's allowed to go through the house, which if it's just getting her property and everything's boxed up. But last thing I'm trying to do is insert myself into a divorce proceeding.
Come on.
This officer's smart. He said, "Yo, I don't want no involvements in this shit." You know, that's just how I see it. As you could just see, like, yo, the cop don't want nothing to do with it. This girl's being problematic. It's becoming a headache already. He's like, yo, as less as I know, you know, That's how good I am right now. More I'm good at. Because she's bitter right now. This nigga didn't want to, he didn't want to go do no therapy. He didn't want to go through nothing. He's like, I'm done. I'm done. And the thing about it, I always tell people all the time, men barely gets divorced. Men will just stick it out. Women are usually the guy. Men are the guys that. I mean, women are usually people that get the divorce or proceed with the divorce. This time it was Jeezy. Jeezy was like, fuck this. She's like a wife from. I'm gonna be personally honest. Jeanne Mai is the baby mama from hell, my nigga. She's the baby mama from hell. This is the stuff that people always tell you, like, nigga, watch who you have kids by, because you might, round up with a baby mother like, who's just very problematic. And Jeanne Mai is very problematic. She's very disrespectful. She's a borderline racist, and I don't know if she knows it or not, but she's borderline racist.
Okay, here we go. Order based on evidence presented. Yes, sir. I'll be right behind you. Okay.
So TK, Alejandra's gonna start going to the garage. Look at the boxes. With him, that would be great.
Just trying to find where it says sign titles Bronco.
Oh yes, okay.
In 7 days of entry, this order petitioner shall provide respond with all information regarding application mechanism. Okay, here we go. Then 21 days of entry of this order, which was this November 27th at 16:17 hours. Petitioner shall provide respondent with all information regarding the application. Excuse me. Blah, blah, blah.
See, this
Respondent
nigga
shall
gotta read all of that.
may
He's
be present, sheriff's office or other law enforcement, or other agreed upon third party to be present. Photographs, clothing,
So
accessories, other personal items, basically.
I'm here for those and a walkthrough, but the walkthrough's not happening, so I'm okay with, obviously, I don't know how your protocol is, but I was told by my lawyers, just don't leave the premises without a report being made, so that I can take this to Judge Williams.
Like, that's what she's supposed to do in the first place. Just be like, you ain't let me walk through. That's why I always tell people all the time, just get security. Both of y'all niggas have security. Both of y'all be there. You watch the girl. Watch her whole move, because she might steal some money. She might steal your shit. She might steal some jewelry. Shit might come back missing. And you can't be like, she was in the house. I don't know where that shit went. They was like, you should have been watching her. So I think Jeezy kind of did the right thing, but I feel like, and this is just me. It's just, Jeezy don't want to be around this girl. This girl has started so much trouble with this dude. He's tired. He's tired of dealing with it. He just want to have the single life right now. And I understand. You got to understand that, because look at her. But at the end of the day, I would have never met. Let me tell you something. Jeanne Mai is a great, top tier grade A fucking side chick. She's not meant to be in a relationship. She's not meant to be married. I don't even think she's meant to really have kids. Only thing she's good at is probably fucking, sucking, and probably working. So I understand when she's like, I don't want no kids. Jeezy should have been like, okay, that's a sign that she don't want no kids. Why don't she want some kids? Just figure that shit out. She's not built for having fucking kids. She's built for a fucking side chick. She was with a nigga for 13 years and just did probably disrespect him the whole 13 years.
Williams.
Yeah, that's fine. So it says in here that your, I take it, soon-to-be ex-husband?
Already ex.
Okay, ex-husband is not supposed to be here for your walkthrough?
I mean, he can or can't. I just know he needs to have security.
Okay.
And then I was allowed security. And I was told that if I do walk through, that he has a security or his representative to walk with me as I walk through. That's what I know about. I'm not sure if he was. I don't remember him being forbidden not to be here, but it wasn't a problem to me if he was.
Division of furniture and furnishings. And I take it, do you have like an itemized list of everything that you don't believe to be boxed up?
Yes, I do.
You do? Okay.
Yes.
That's fine. Like I said, I can't prove what's yours or
Of
what's
course.
his, and
No,
I mean, you guys would know, but
yeah.
Okay.
What I was told, and obviously you guys know your job better than I do.
Back out and park
Okay.
over there so we can get the truck in and out.
Sure. Thank you. They'll be here at 1:09.
Oh, okay, perfect.
What I was told is when an order isn't being complied with when it comes to entry, that you guys would come and approach the situation to see if they really are confirming they're not allowing, which I think she just already did, and then you would make a report. And that's all I
Is Mr.
expected.
Jenkins here on ground?
I heard he's not. I don't
He's
think
not?
he is. I don't think he is.
Okay, well, I mean, if
but
he's not, then I don't know if I would let a third party. I mean, I take it this was y'all's home together.
Yes.
Just obviously
Yes.
coming in after the fact.
Yeah.
I mean, if I wasn't at my house, I don't know how I'd feel about a third party letting someone through. Not saying you're not trustworthy.
Of
but,
course not. But that's where it's made very clear that
Okay.
he has to let me in before the 15th.
Oh, buddy.
He has to let me in before the 15th, and also has to have a third party, which would be her or a security, which he has both here to walk me through. So they're here, ready to walk me through. At this point, what are the rules when you don't follow court orders?
Like the thing about it, she knows, but she's just being, like I said, she's being very problematic when it comes to this situation where he can't even be in his own house while she's there. So of course you gotta have security, you gotta have cameras, you gotta see if she's stealing. Like Jeanne Mai doesn't have as much as money as Jeezy. You know? Like it is what it is, but Jeezy is a bigger star than her. You know? That's why I already knew. I was like, oh, man, this dude should have never got this girl pregnant. He should have never got her pregnant. But the thing about it, and this is what I always tell people all the time, because you date out your race, things ain't going to be better. You're just going to figure out all girls is crazy. That's all. I'm going to be personally honest. Just most of the girls you go out are crazy. If the girl's too perfect, she's probably a tranny, my nigga. I'm just being personally honest. Like 9 out of 10, she's a tranny, my nigga. It's just. I'm not saying I'm not trying to say there's no perfect women. There are perfect women for you, but it's rare. You know? What's going on now with me, like, I already know this shit is about to go to hell. It's going to get worse. If the cops are already being called, nigga, you just got to be careful. She got movers in the house. Yo, first of all, you don't want movers in your house. Movers steal. Movers steal. They steal like a motherfucker. You know, so it comes with the territory. I already know. He's like, oh, man, I don't want her in my house. This bitch might steal something. This bitch is already bitter. I gotta deal with these little ass niggas who's moving. They might scratch up my walls or some shit. Like, this is a disaster waiting to happen.
Take it for the judge and render some judgment. I mean, there's not much we can do if he's not here. If you were behind the door and I could talk to him, sir, do you mind if we come through with body
Yeah, because
cameras?
I wouldn't mind you guys walking with me. Yeah. Or maybe, is that even an option? Can we maybe ask?
It is, but when it comes to court orders, we as law enforcement have to be very hesitant on what borders we push. If it's you like this is paper, this is black and white. Obviously, we can't really muddy those lines. Versus if you showed up like, hey, I'm going out of town, I'm moving to Cali, I'd like to get some stuff. Sure, I agree. The officers can escort you with their body cameras. When it comes to court orders, we can't really change any of the margins with this.
And I wouldn't ask you to. Yeah.
But let me just read through and see.
She got a BBL.
It'll just be a moment. Let me check on
No problem.
Yeah, Jeanne Mai got a BBL.
So respondent shall pick up her few listed items on Exhibit 8 on or before December 15th.
Like,
She'll have 6 days.
she's being problematic.
Response should be permitted to walk
Just
through
get
the
the shit that you
entirety of
have
the marital
now.
with escorted. There it is.
Sign that
Selected by
NDA.
petitioner to ensure
Have
all
everything
personal items
recorded.
are
Just tell
collected.
the judge
Petitioner
like,
shall
yo,
not be
this I want to
present
go.
at the
I didn't
marital
get to go
home when
through the
this
house,
walkthrough
but
occurs,
I
but may
have
designate a
stuff
representative
that
to be
he
present.
packed.
Okay.
Okay.
So there we go. So Article 10, said representative shall take a picture and test the requested item to petitioner. Petitioner shall respond immediately. Respondent may not remove any disputed item. Said disputed item shall be sent to counsel in court if necessary. Okay, so it's in there.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take some pictures of this.
So like potentially one.
That's a nice
Quite a bit of.
Let me wait for. Oh, do you guys? So I'm going to the first belongings that are in the.
Yo, that's gonna be my podcast. So I gotta get the house.
Tell them, why should people join us on May 15th?
Yeah, man. It's just she's already being problematic. It's gonna get worse. I can already tell. Yeah, I wouldn't want to hold my sister. No, that's an hour.
Yeah, 120 units, if like that.
So KJ, are you on the phone? I just want you to know, as I'm looking through, some of the boxes are damaged with the clothing exposed.
I know he's
And,
From 24 days.
My wife always says that when it's raining and gloomy, she loves fun.
no, I'm saying the box is damaged, the clothing is exposed, the garage is damp. That's what I'm telling you.
Yeah,
See, now she's looking. Now she's complaining about the boxes. First, you need to take the boxes out, see if the stuff is damaged. If the boxes are damaged, okay. But look inside the box, see if everything is okay. If anything is damaged, you show them like, yo, this shit is damaged right here. But also, we gotta understand, how long did she have those in there? How long ago was she supposed to come and get this stuff? Because you gotta kind of look at it. They've been talking about this bullshit probably for like 4 or 5 months. So I think that she's wasting time. She's making a problem more than it really is. She got money, my nigga. I would have been like, yo, just keep the shit. I'll just buy some brand new shit.
So I'm just not really following what your wants. Like, are you just taking everything out, but you want to take inventory of what's in the boxes to make sure it's all here?
No, I'm taking everything, but how am I supposed to know when I look at these pictures, how can I organize to make sure I've gotten all of the boxes? Am I just to assume that everything that has been packed is in there, even though there's
she's only
10
worth $2
pages
million,
of
that's
pictures
why.
to one box? So let's look at this one box. So you look through, can you look through your Dropbox and look through 1 through 10? Do you think those 10 items are in this box? Take a look. Look at that. Look at this is the average
She's
size.
worth $2 million,
not
Jeezy's worth
take
10.
inventory of every single thing that was going into the
Right,
box. Is
but
that
that's
what
why I'm
you're
asking, when you're asking me
Yeah.
to to just take for granted that everything is in those boxes, I can do that because I'm not going to waste your time going through everything.
Right.
But if you don't even know, because you didn't even pack it, how can you tell me that 10 pages are in one box? Go to your Dropbox. Take a look.
No, so let's say
You QR code this, right? So let's say that's one QR code, 10 pages are in one box.
so.
And then let's also make sure, and KJ, I want you to
Just
too,
need
just make sure about having respect to a woman.
supposed to be allowed to walk
Just
through
think
the
about
home
that.
with
You
you
know,
here.
when he came to pick up his stuff
Camera
out of the
was
house,
represented.
I left
Yeah,
his
I'm
stuff
trying to
back in
at least get to the side and let that be known, because last thing I want to do is add to someone's divorce paperwork.
Like, what?
But let me finish. It doesn't matter that he's handled mine. But if you didn't pack it yourself, then you also don't know what I'm asking. So for you to tell me,
Well, I was here supervising when it happened.
okay, then can you go to the Dropbox and answer my
So,
question?
like, K07N.
Yes.
Sorry, this was like 6 months ago.
Yeah.
So, K07N, 1 through 6, meaning like 1 of 6. So then there'll be 2 of 6
So-
associated with that K07N.
So let's go through it now and you can show me. Let's start from the first part of the Dropbox. Because I'm sure if it were your belongings, you'd want to make sure you have
So,
everything too, right?
So I think she's getting confused. I think she's thinking like, oh, yo, everything that's in that box, everything is on the list in the first box is gonna be on that list, and the shit is probably just random. So like I said, she's being problematic about this whole situation, where she could be like, yo, I'm gonna take all this shit home, but I'm gonna record me taking all this stuff out, just so that just to play it safe, to say, okay, yo, this is in this box, this in this box, or at least just check off everything that's in the box. Just say, okay, yo, this wasn't in the box, in any of the boxes. Or just have her attorney be there, like, yo, I was there. This wasn't in the box. We got video footage, we got everything. Wasn't in the box. She's complaining over something that's very little and something that could be fixed. Watch, listen.
example, 1 of 6. So then there'll be 2 of 6 associated with that K0710.
So let's go through it now and you can show me. Let's start from the first part of the Dropbox.
Right
'Cause
there.
I'm sure if it were your belongings, you'd want to make sure you have
So,
everything
for
too, right?
example, like your awards will be in K083.
Okay, so when we go through these, I guess the best thing to do is let's scan it, let's look it up, let's open it, make sure it looks good,
Yeah.
and take it out. Because the problem is these are all going to LA.
Of course.
And I would hate for us to then open it in LA,
Yeah.
find that things are damaged or missing. So let's start from, we can start from here.
Okay, let me just move the car,
Yeah.
and then we'll just. So you want to go through all the boxes?
No, we don't have manpower
I
for
want to make
that.
sure all my things are
Sure.
This should have never
That's
been
one of the
this.
things if they let her in to retrieve her stuff, it shouldn't be an issue if he's not here, but
Let's do it.
All right. Let
He
me.
can't be there.
How does
Let me
everything
go
look? Okay.
Yeah.
That's the thing. He can't be there. That was in the paperwork that he couldn't be there in the first place. You know, that's why I said, like, yo, the manager and the attorney should have been there to say, this is what you can do, this is what you can't do. Both of them should have had their attorneys there.
I'm going to talk to her real quick
Okay,
as far
go
as
for it.
item 10, and then I'll reconvene with you.
Go for it.
Ma'am, what was the expectation today? Is that you have law enforcement for the loading process, or you just wanted the walkthrough?
Me or?
You, ma'am.
Sorry, me.
Yep.
Say that again.
What was the intent for law enforcement presence? Was it to see if they'd be
intent-
willing to do the walkthrough?
See if they're willing to do the walkthrough, which you think you've confirmed no, and then just make us a report if you could.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I don't want to waste your guys' time.
Okay, no problem. Ma'am, can I have a word with you real quick?
Of course.
And you're representative for Mr. Jenkins?
Yes.
Okay, sorry. I'm trying to piece together who's who. Sorry. So I was reading through this. I don't know if you've got a.
I don't have a copy. Of
Okay,
that.
so I'm.
I'm on with his lawyer.
Okay, no problem. And like I said, we're not here to strong arm any parties involved.
Right.
Obviously, peaceful transition is
Yeah.
obviously the most desired. So
Sure.
if you want to read Article 10 for yourself, it does basically
you-
summarize everything that she's
Mr.
stated.
Jenkins is calling. So
Yeah, if you need
like,
to take that. 'Cause if
KJ,
he's willing.
can you text him really quick and tell him I'm talking to the officer?
Like I said, I'm not
Alright.
trying to do any
No,
undue
tell
paperwork
me
for
because
anybody.
I don't know what I'm on.
Yeah, no. So Article 10 basically says that you can do a walkthrough when she comes and designate a representative, being you, to be present. She'll take a picture, text of any item that she believes to be hers. Petitioner, Mr. Jenkins, would respond immediately. Obviously, our body cams are rolling through our entire encounter, so if that's
Perfect.
something where he says, yeah, that's no problem, the officers can go with her. That way, if there is something, like I said, it's nothing that we're trying to create further legal issues, but if she does want it documented that, you know, court ordered, signed by a judge, says that she can get a walkthrough, and he's saying no, that's obviously going to present more problems for him down the line. It's nothing that we're going to do as law enforcement today, but I don't like to add to anyone's torment
Jenny,
during
you hear that?
a separation.
I do. Yeah, so he definitely doesn't agree to that stipulation. We've already filed an emergency motion with the court, so we were already anticipating that an incident report was going to be filed in that regard. So we're just going to have to handle that civilly in court as
Okay.
it relates to the walkthrough. But he's definitely ensured that all of her personal belongings have been packaged, are inventoried, and ready to go.
So I think if I can, like, Jeannie, you just want to check on the furniture that you came with. Is that correct?
I want to do my walkthrough. That's the court order. Let me do my walkthrough, and what I'm personally checking for is my belongings. I've moved my whole life from Los Angeles to here. I also had a baby here. I lived in this house. I decorated this whole house. So yes, I absolutely want to make sure that my
So now, did she pay for it? That's the thing. Did she pay for it? If she didn't pay for it, it doesn't make sense for her even. This is why I always say the walkthroughs with. I always tell people divorce walkthroughs. I think is the trickiest ones, and I think it's because Atlanta has that shit. I think because it's so difficult, and the reason why I say it's so difficult because she's moving back to LA. First of all, how is she gonna move the baby to LA when they were living in Atlanta? That's where I think she might lose at because you have to have both parents agreement to say like, okay, yeah, they both can move. That's what I think. But I think she's very stern about seeing if her stuff is in there. I don't think she has anything else in there. It's just she's being very difficult about it. And like I understand, like, yo, you want your shit, you want your shit, you want your shit. But what happens if your shit is not in there? You've been arguing with these motherfuckers for like 4 hours. Would you say you was there at 9 and it's 1 o'clock right now, 4 or 5 hours? Just to see if your shit is in there. But the thing about people worry about you doing stupid shit. Because the way how you've been acting lately for the past, 8, 9 months. I'll be worried too. Like, yo, hold up. I'm kind of nervous to have this girl in this house. How about if I just put her stuff in the garage where she can take it?
Things are taken with me as
In addition to what's packed up.
I want to make sure. I can't say for addition. You might be right. He might have packed everything for me, but I deserve a walkthrough because of court order. So that's what I'm here for.
Okay.
I'm not saying I'm going to, I might walk out empty handed. I just want to make sure that my house that I know is coming with me.
Okay.
And so it's leaving with just his house being his.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Also
I
keep
just
in mind.
wanted a little clarity.
Yeah, that's
for
okay.
Everyone.
Yep. And keep in mind also
Yeah.
that the reason why it sounds crazy that I need to be clear with what's in these boxes is because not you, but whoever, your party, this other party hasn't even given me the app to access my stuff.
What?
So I'm only allowed
See, that's the
Dropbox.
thing. She wants information that's not even her house. This is why security's here. This is why his assistant is there. She should have that. The assistant should have that stuff already. Say, I have all the information for the house. You don't need it. Because if you're moving out, you need to move out. You don't need no app to get into the fucking house. This is why he don't want you in the house in the first place, because you was problematic the first time talking about, oh yeah, the nigga got guns everywhere in the house and stuff like that. Nigga, if you say that, nigga, I don't want you in my house at all. Oh yeah, he had guns laying down where the kids were playing with the guns. Nigga, I don't want you in my house. And he should have made that stern, like, yo, I do not want this girl in my house. I feel uncomfortable with this girl in my house. Is there any way that my assistant, my attorney, can be there with her when she walks through that house? And I'll just be on the phone saying, oh no, that's not her, that's mine.
Pictures.
That's what you see is what I have.
Where's the app though to allow me to actually access like what items are in each box, because it's just a Dropbox link.
KJ, what do you want to do about that?
Sorry? Yeah, can you let the movers in, please? And can you move this car so we can get this going? I just feel like they're wanting me to move and get things out, but then they're resisting.
I understand.
Because I'm like, the movers are here. We've been here since 9.
It's 9, yeah.
Oh, okay.
And
You're gonna be busy so fast. You have to reschedule the movers again.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Back
Was
again.
Mr. Jenkins pre-alerted that you guys were going to come on this date?
I was.
Because obviously I don't know any of the history,
yeah.
so I'm just asking out of curiosity.
Correct. I'm gonna call to make sure because
I don't even think she knows that question. Because the thing about it, Jeezy's on tour right now. All jokes aside, Jeezy's on tour right now. So if he ain't gonna be there, he ain't gonna give you the application to the house. He should have just gave it, like I said, gave it to the assistant. Like, yo, here's the app. Don't give her my information. I don't want this girl having any of my information. He should have made that stern and clear with the courts. This is why it's so crazy when shit is like it's a private divorce, because a lot of shit gets misconstrued and You know, it's just you miss saying that. Jeezy probably missed saying all of. Oh shit! I gotta give this girl my information. Hold on, no, let me give her the Dropbox. You know, niggas should have been like, yo, let me call Jeezy. Let me call Jay. Let me see what's popping.
And then while we're here, do you happen to have your license or ID on you?
Sure.
Have your license or ID on you?
Sure.
Thank you so much.
Sure.
Is this current address for you?
No, it's not. I moved to LA.
Thank you for calling 911 Sirius. We are currently unavailable to take.
What's a good contact number?
I'm with blonde.
We always get a contact number and email for follow-up.
Yes, that's right.
And if you don't mind, a good permanent address for you or where you'll be at?
Yeah. Let me get that for you. Hold on.
How's it going?
I'm getting the address for you.
Like, yo, that cop is doing everything that he wants to do right now. He's like, yo. He's like, yo, I just want to get the fuck out of here. There's other more important shit that I can be doing. She's just giving her information.
This is contact information. As far as Mr. Jenkins, do you know his date of birth? So violation of court orders, obviously that's going to be a follow-up court order for you and whatever you and your attorney decide to do.
Yeah.
Without him being here, there's not much that we can, do other than document it. Now, if he were here and we were able to talk to him and he was like, yeah, sure, come on in, easy peasy.
Yeah.
It's kind of hard to, reprimand someone if they're not on scene, but these kinds of things aren't always super smooth and fun. So I'm not telling you anything you don't know.
Of course. But if they're not complying and they're obviously being avoidant by not being here, shouldn't we, or could we call them to make them, to see if you could do what you would have done in person over the phone?
We could. That's the thing. There's like,
because otherwise it just makes me think I can just dodge judges by just not being there.
No, but at the end of the day, that's what the litigation is there for. So obviously his attorney, which I cannot tell you who or what they look like, is on the line. They might not even be an attorney, but whoever is claiming to be his attorney on the phone is stating that, hey, we're aware of that. We're going to work it out in court. So they know that he has dismissed your request to be a court order for that. So it's all on body cam. But like I said, as long as you can get 90% of your stuff out. Like I said, you know what's in the house. I don't, or you might know what's in there. But unfortunately, that's kind of how it goes with shared marital property is the courts. It's not always fun. It's not always efficient. It's not always fast. But we're obviously not going to be able to kick down any doors or assault through the windows or anything like that today. But it will be documented. I'm glad you brought this. So it's obviously something to go on. But give me a couple minutes and I'll have it for you. Okay.
No problem. Thank you.
Yes, ma'am.
Hello.
Could you get contact for the
attorney?
Yeah, representative.
Yeah.
Hey, can I get, you got audio on you?
Yeah.
You letting the movers in?
Yeah.
Okay.
That'll fit in there. That'll fit.
I have no idea. We'll have to try. I think so. I mean,
I need everyone to sign underneath it, and I think it would be in everyone's best interest, especially for the movers. So, do you know who they are?
I'm not doing anything unless my lawyers work it out. But that's
See?
I'm trying to get this done.
Problematic. She don't want to sign an NBA, so just in case anything gets stolen, everything, anything gets stolen, it's on her. That's why she don't want to sign it. Sign the NBA and just get the fuck out of there. Don't be a problem. Don't let this be problematic. Just do what you're supposed to do.
He's right now. He's still the movers inside the gallery.
KJ, you need to Do you want your lawyer to approve that? For them to sign the NDA?
She can, KJ, you can call Michaela. You have her number. Yeah, sure.
But it's in the house.
Okay.
Are you gonna let them in so they can get started?
Yeah. Yep.
Okay, so Alejandro, you feel good?
Probably would have been best for them to back end. It's kind of, yeah. Is it high enough?
Let me see. Come on up.
Step on the balcony.
Back it in?
Yeah, that's what he's saying.
But I'll have to go get out and.
See this house in Texas? Let me show you how I invested into it with just a few $100s. I did it using something called tax lien investing. So basically what happened with this home is the
Well, if I can get out and
He's not gonna clear it. You're not gonna clear that. Whoa.
Nah, I told him not to go in.
Well, he's not.
I guess they just gonna walk around and load up that way.
And that's what they were hired to do. Hey guys.
Check on the therapy close to cleaning up.
Oh, these are young niggas too.
Check on the 0128. This is 99.
Cool.
Where's it?
What's a good
Yeah, these motherfuckers don't give a fuck. She probably picked the cheapest fucking people to get all her stuff. She's like, yo, it's probably not that much stuff. Yo, I could get the cheapest U-Haul people to moving company to get all this stuff. That's what she was probably thinking, and I think this is a very bad. They almost crashed into his fucking ceiling, man. This is crazy.
The reason I'm getting your information is for the report you were acting as a representative at the time. So these are your information on who we spoke with. If his attorney wants to give her info too, she can. If not, you'll suffice.
Okay. Thank you.
All right.
Are y'all leaving?
I don't think so. He's got to come back with a report number for her, and after that, we'll be out here.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yep. Unless y'all need us to stand by for anything.
We have our own.
That's what I thought. All right.
Thank you.
Uh-huh. Would y'all like a copy of the case number 2?
Anything that we can get, yes, please.
I'll make sure you get one. I can't get out.
Oh no.
Yeah, this is right.
I can't get out.
Oh, you can't get up?
The gate.
Oh.
It's all right. Let her do what she gotta do.
That's why
And you wouldn't have to.
information. Now you have case there was something.
Right, so then you could go to edit and then you put in the description of like what's in the box.
So there really isn't any. Okay, so what we're
They
saying
just hired it.
is that my
I guess they just hired any movers, huh?
Yeah.
filed away so that I
They
can
want to vet it or not.
She's a top tier side chick, my nigga. Jeanne Mai is a top tier side chick. She don't need to be in no fucking relationship. All she needs to be doing is fucking and sucking and working. And I'm sorry to say it like that, but it's just true, man. And it breaks my heart because I feel like everybody should fall in love with somebody, but her love is dick. That's it. I'm gonna be personally honest. Her love is dick. There's no way in hell somebody's gonna want to marry her and put up what she has. She probably got bomb pussy, and I'm gonna say that she probably got some bomb pussy, but bomb pussy don't fucking make a happy life or a happy, husband. I was like, damn, I could have just had her as a fucking side chick. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying nothing bad. I'm just saying, like, yo, this is what Jeezy had to put up with. And it's sad to see what he has to put up with. But, my nigga, you was the one like, oh, she ain't like other girls, niggas. The passport bros was egging you on, saying, like, oh, yo, man, get you a girl out of your race. Black girls are problematic. No, nigga, all girls is problematic. All girls is problematic. You don't see all that bullshit they've been putting on the headlines trying to make Jeezy look bad? Talk about he leaving guns around, he put his hands on her, all this crazy shit. Why the fuck would he want to be around you and want you to be in his house and you saying shit like that? Like, let's personally be honest about that. I'm not landing. I'm just saying, like, yo, Jeanne Mai could have handled this shit way great. Just like, yo, just agree to everything. Then you can leave the nigga alone. You don't even want to leave him alone. You're so pissed and mad because he wants to move on without you. That's all it is.
So, it's on pick up for you, huh? Come.
This is
I thought it was supposed to be 4. That's a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
Show me how you would do it.
I just
Show me how. Show me what's inside.
this is yours. This is mine. You don't have photos of what's inside. So like,
But how do I get those
example,
photos of
okay.
what's inside?
Take pictures.
20 to 132. Yeah, the scan is back in the front page, please.
132, clear.
Hey, Miss
No,
Jeannie.
I have the
Miss Jeannie.
photos of what's in each box.
Miss Jeannie, excuse me.
Why don't I have
Everything checked on straight motors.
So why don't you show me? Do it here. Show me what
Problematic
you're doing. You're saying
already. She's already
Roswell and blue van.
She's already ahead of him.
Excuse me, Miss Jeannie.
Yeah.
I'll see you get out.
Yes.
The officer's coming back with your case card.
Okay.
I would can't tell from the pictures. It's not. I thought it was like box 1. Here's picture 1. I thought it was that, which I'm not asking you to do. I'm just being clear because what was told to me in court, what made it seem like it was that easy that I wouldn't have.
See, she's just being problematic. She know how it was like. She's just playing fucking stupid. But what her problem is, she thought she was gonna do that the white girl, blonde hair, blue eye bullshit, and the shit backfired on her. She's struggling now because she tried to show her ass in court because Jeezy didn't want her back. She was trying to make it work, but Jeezy just didn't want to be in a relationship no more. He's like, yo, this shit's a lost cause. You can't fix this shit. Nigga, you got your mama and your brother living in this house. And we just got married, nigga. We just had a kid. Type of weird shit is that? You move your mother and your brother, and you say they only staying for a few days. And them niggas trying to move into the house. Y'all niggas doing TikTok videos. After this nigga come home from business, you see your brother eating it. He sees your brother eating up his fucking food. Then when you talk about you want to have a get together, you bring a whole bunch of niggas in the house. This nigga don't want a whole bunch of people in his house. He's a country nigga. He's a nigga who just got out the streets. 15, 20 years ago. He don't want people in his house. And you just couldn't understand that.
Have to go through any box. I could look at it, pop it open, go, look, that's this
every
box.
QR code. I mean, there's
No,
a
but
general
for
photo
K07F,
of what's in there.
But now this makes sense with what I was trying to tell you earlier. There are 10 boxes to K07F, and you don't know what's in each box. You have to open them to see if they actually match each of those pictures, which I'm not going to do.
Right.
But I just want you to hear. KJ, are you still on?
Yes, ma'am. I'm still here.
Thank you. I just want you to know that when I'm coming here, there are boxes that are damaged, clothes that are exposed.
There's the one box. I'll send it to you.
How you get fucking around with a Vietnam chick, man? Vietnamese chick, man. Vietnamese chick, yeah, Vietnamese chick. Them girls is problematic too. Them and them Thailand bitches. I'm gonna be personally honest, it's all women. But those girls, they're gonna give you fucking hell, man. You know? All they had to, this shit could have ran smoothly. Ran smoothly. But the thing with her is she wants to control everything. Nigga, you can't control everything. You can't control everything because at the end of the day, this is not your house anymore. You fucked it up for yourself when you started doing the bullshit that you was doing. That's why this nigga don't want you no more. And this is why I say she's a great side chick. She's a top tier A, grade A side chick. She ain't no Erica Mena. Erica Mena is a grade D, a C-list side chick. Erica Mena is a C-list side chick because she'll get you in trouble. You know? That's why, what's his name? Envy went through all the bullshit he went through because of Erica Mena. And the nigga damn near almost went into a nut house. If not, he did. Erica Mena caused that shit. Now niggas looked at Safari crying every fucking 5 minutes because of that whole situation. And that's why I wouldn't be surprised if he was fucking Spice One. What's her name? Blue Spice. Or Spice Blue. I'm sorry. I can't remember her name. She's cute though. But this is the type of bullshit that you get. She's a great, Jeezy, you fucked up when you married the help. You married the entertainment, my nigga. That's all you did. You better off marrying the fucking maid, nigga. You would have had a better chance marrying a maid that barely speaks English. You know? It's just with her, she thinks she better than everybody. She think, oh yeah, I work hard, did this, I did that. You know, but nigga, it comes to a point, what have you done for us lately? You haven't done a motherfucking thing except complain about Jeezy and talk about handling. Nigga, you've been handling for like, what, 2 or 3 years? And you're still bitter.
You gone through all the boxes? Have you gone through all the boxes to know which has been damaged and not? I'm just saying you're throwing out blanket statements in front of me without being factual. Let's be factual. One box now is damaged, but we have not gone through all the boxes.
I'll take photos. Yeah, we can take photos as they're getting pulled of like other things that are there.
This is open.
So like, for example, like something like this may have had something of Monaco's in there that I had boxed up, and then Minhee was like, no, that's Monaco's, let's keep that for Monaco. So like something like that.
Yes, but just know that you have mouse traps here, right? Like a few inches away from where we're standing. And then you have my belongings for 6 months standing in a deep, damp garage that are exposed and open.
Nigga, you had a chance to take it out when you was living.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
Let me tell you something. She had a chance of taking all this bullshit out when it really counted, because at the end of the day, she was still living with Jeezy when Jeezy wasn't even staying there because he couldn't stand looking at her. She was trying to make it back. No, nigga, I'm ready to get the fuck. I'm ready for you to get the fuck out of here. They were still married at the time, so she couldn't leave the house. So now she has to leave the house. She's trying to not to leave the house. This is a fucking issue, man.
Okay, so let me go through this and
let me put the lights on. Okay, but do you better understand the app, how it works now?
The fact that there are groups of boxes
associated with the room, with the QR code,
right? But it doesn't mean that I can tell which items are in each box, which is fine. I just want you to know if it takes me a while, understand why. Because I can't point out.
I have all day. I mean, I know you probably don't have all day, but whatever it takes, just so
I'm glad you have all day.
We're all good.
We're totally good.
I mean,
Okay.
so for reporting purposes, I appreciate you giving me this copy to go over. As it appears on your license and as it appears on here, I understand you guys are divorced.
Yes.
How would you like it to show in the
Jeannie
report?
Mai.
Just like that?
Yes.
Okay, perfect.
Thank you.
No problem. There's
Thank
your copy
you.
back. Here's your report. Case number is going to be 2024-013-208.
KJ, the mover
3 to 5
has to
business
sign
days. You can
on
go
this
in person or online at that hyperlink. Like I said, it'll be an information report, so it's just facts and circumstances tied to all 3 of our body cams.
Okay.
Nothing criminal as far as what has occurred. Now, if there's violation of court order, that's something that you can go forward from a judge. Show. I'll mention in, 10 at 10, what was supposed to happen, what did not. I'll talk to her before we depart, but past that, do you have any questions, issues for me?
No, that's
all right,
it.
well,
Thank
best of luck getting all your stuff back. I know it's a pain, but easy as we can do it.
Thank
And
you.
if for whatever reason any other issues, give us a call back. But I'll get to jamming away on that report and get some information from her. Okay.
Thank you so
All
much.
right, no problem. You have a good day. Okay. Take it easy, guys.
That's not our. That's not our.
You know she ain't gonna get tip either.
That's alright, let me look at these.
Ma'am, real quick. Sorry, I know you've got like
I'm
3
gonna
people
have to-
talking to you at once.
Yeah.
Real quick, I have a case card for you as well. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put you down as involved other. It's just an information report. So it's just like if we wrote up a novel of I went to the woods, I saw a deer, the deer was pretty. Same thing, it's just documenting what occurred. So Miss May will be reporting party, you'll be an involved other. And I take it, so you are the third party representative that Mr. Jenkins has designated?
Yes.
Okay, cool. So you'll be able to get a copy of a report on his behalf if you'd like to. Case number will be 2024-013-208. 3 to 5 business days. You can go to our physical address or that hyperlink and get a copy of the report, okay?
Okay.
And I don't know who his attorney is. I assume it was the
I'm
lady
on
on
the
the
phone
phone.
with her,
Okay.
yeah.
If she wants to give her name, I can reference her. If she doesn't want to give that over the phone, that's fine as well.
And that means her name would be in the court, in the paperwork.
Well, if she wants to give me like
I don't want my name in the paper. Like I don't.
Well, no, the only people that can get a copy
don't
are
wanna
you as an
get
involved other
involved
and
at all.
Mrs. May.
Mrs. Mai.
Yeah. And like I said, it's an information report. There's no funny business.
Hang on 1 second. I have to have you gentlemen sign some paperwork on behalf. So can you just hang out for
Okay, so if you can tell anything, to ask her first, anybody asks us to sign anything, the lady signs, so we have to let them ask her. But she can say, ask her. She just told us to ask her first if anybody asks her.
How does she find you guys? What is it?
What's that?
They're trying to get them to sign non-disclosure.
I'm clear.
We work for it.
Yeah, you gotta have people sign that paperwork, man. That's important, man. Jeannie Mai don't know how important it is.
Oh, okay. No, I was just happy ordered anything until you talk to me.
I'm joined by my lawyers. They can't because there's law. Think about what makes sense here. They're moving things and they're accountable for what they witness and see. If they're signing NDAs and they're moving anything that's damaged, they can't speak on it. So all of this should have been handled in court.
A lot more difficult to move when you can't touch boxes and stuff. So, which is her? I guess she came with her security, and then isn't here.
It's just her security.
Oh, okay.
I'm not sure. I guess the other guy that was here.
And then off duty, maybe. Yeah.
Guys, go ahead.
About the condition of the items being moved out.
That's fine. Thank you, Michaela. Okay, so Michaela, I'll call you hopefully after this is all done. I get it.
You good, sir?
Hey, Jenna. Jenna. One more time. The button. Yeah, just she has the button.
I could jump it, but I prefer not to. Have a good one, man. Take care.
So Um, Jeannie Mai made that shit more of a headache than it really wasn't. I personally, I already knew that she was gonna do that shit. I already knew that she was gonna make it more difficult than it really was. And the reason why is because it's Jeannie Mai. Jeannie Mai, she don't give a fuck. She cares about herself. She's stuck in her ways. That's why she lost her husband. And it's showing right now. You just being fucking difficult. This is how you lost your husband, and you're a single mother because of this shit. Jeezy just want to be a father now. He's like, yo, let me just take care of my kid. That's it. I don't want nothing to do with her. She's driving me up a fucking wall. Motherfucker might splat his fucking brains out or some shit like that. It's just Jeannie Mai is not very easy. Like I said, she's a side chick. She's a side chick, and that's what side chicks is. Side chicks aren't meant to cook, not meant to clean, not meant to do anything. They're just lazy bitches. And I'm going to be personally honest. That's why they're side chicks. You give them a little bit of money, get you some dick, and you're good to go. If you don't want to cook or clean, you don't want to do nothing, you just be a fucking side chick. And there's nothing wrong with that. It's just Jeannie Mai's not built for being a wife. She should have knew that her first marriage. She should have been like, yo, I shouldn't be married at all. I'm not built to being married. I don't even think her mother's married, but it is what it is. You could do all the healing in the world, but it still doesn't make you, oh, yo, you're supposed to be with a... Nah, just be a side chick. You don't want to listen to nobody. You want to give people hard times. You're being difficult. Be a side chick. You don't got to listen to nobody. All you got to do is fucking suck and go to work. Nigga might have a boyfriend. Nigga might have a girl. And that's the end of the day. Like, yo, I'm not trying to, fuck your shit up. I just want some dick. That's all you saying. You could go on live or do your view or do the ET host and shit. Do all of that. But you wasn't meant to be no wife, And I'm not saying that to be discouraging. I'm just saying that to be honest. She wasn't built to be a wife, This nigga probably had the hardest time ever. The house was probably fucking dirty. This nigga probably needed a maid to clean that fucking house because she thought she was hot shit. Like, lady, you only make what, $2 to $4 million a year. This nigga's making $10 million a year. Over $10 million, probably more. So at the end of the day, he's paying all the fucking bills, and you was trying to get money off of him. And to me, it was wrong. That's wrong. And that's just how I see it. I think that was wrong what you was doing, trying to do, But like I said, if you don't want to cook your husband no good meal, clean and stuff, you inviting niggas into the house and stuff, you don't want to play the wife, nigga, don't get married. You should like I said, she should have found that out the first time she got married. That's why the nigga left and got somebody else pregnant. Because at the end of the day, he wanted to have kids. He thought, she probably needs time to figure out, like, yo, she should want kids. No, it's just like, yo, Jeezy was probably the good man to have kids by, but not by her. And just, they got Monaco. That's great. It's a blessing, but it was a lost cause. It was a headache, man. He should have never did none of that shit. And that's where I'm gonna land. I hope y'all enjoyed the reaction video. I'll probably see y'all tomorrow. I did 2 already today, so I'm gonna chill out, think of some